Hey guys, Unit 8, Session 4, final video of the week. What I really want to focus in here is the rubric. In other words, the document that's going to be used to grade your writing here, and the one that provides the framework of what a good review is. So this is here on the review final draft page. It's also, I believe, on the cover page for this unit. Please take a look at this, read it closely, and keep it in mind as you are working. You can click view or you can download it. You'll get a document that looks like this. Again, this is the exact rubric that will be used. So let's take a look. We're going to look at each category of the paper, and we're going to look in the category that you're going for. In other words, what are your goals? So in the orientation or the opening, we've talked about this a lot throughout the session. Your goal is to assert a detailed claim that recommends or opposes whatever it is that you're reviewing. So it could be, again, a book, a movie, a restaurant, a food dish, a video game. Okay, you need to really assert what it is that you're going to argue about that. Is it good? Is it not good? Is it worth our money? You also need to present some background information to engage and sustain the reader's understanding. So we've talked a lot about that. How are you going to hook them in? Okay, what background info are you going to use to lead them in nicely? And you also need to distinguish the claims from the counterclaims. So in other words, how is what you are arguing different from what someone on the other side of the issue would argue? All right, development of ideas. What do you want to do there? Well, you need to elaborate your claim with multiple pieces of relevant evidence. So this is where we're talking about those quotes and paraphrases from the text that you are reviewing and or from other reviews of whatever it is that you're writing about. You need to present evidence with clear, insightful reasoning and integrate that support. You need to explain both the strengths and limitations of what you're arguing and of what people on the other side of the issue would argue. You need to, we've talked about this before, appeal to emotion, appeal to logic, and appeal to the establishment of credibility. Think about how you can do those. This is that ethos, logos, and pathos. Think about how you can do those using the evidence that you integrate with those quotes and paraphrases like we talked about. Okay, internal structure. You really need a purposeful organization pattern. Most people have already talked about that in the assignments last week. So really, are you talking about the good and the bad and something else? Maybe that's one way you set it up. Or maybe you're talking about the plot and the characters and the scenery. Okay, have some kind of deliberate organizational structure as you write. You also need to have some nice transitions in there and very clear relationship between point, evidence, and analysis. Or in other words, claim, evidence, and reasoning. Same kind of thing. Okay, guys, point, evidence, analysis is big. Closure. Synthesize the evidence and reasoning, right? Go back and say, what is it that you are arguing? Maybe anticipate the response from the readers in some way or another. Word choice and tone. Chosen words and tones control and purposefully advance the claim. Okay, we've talked about that a lot as we analyzed. Think about back to your touchstone texts. Establishing and sustaining an intended purpose. Okay, along those same lines. We've talked about that before. Sentence and fluency. Make sure that you are clarifying the ideas and really making a fluent reading experience. Guys, the best way to check for that is read your paper out loud. You can read it out loud to someone else or just read it out loud to yourself and make sure that it sounds good. Last but not least, conventions, guys. This is something we've been talking about all year here. This is that Mla formatting and particularly using internal references and proper citations. Check out the Mla formatting slide, and if after you check that out, if you have questions, ask me and let me help you on this. That's, guys, embedded citations, acknowledge the words and ideas of others. That's an internal reference. That's absolutely crucial. So there we have it, guys. There's the review rubric. Please take the time to read this. Keep it out as you are going through your rough draft and your final draft. I'm telling you, it'll pay off. And as always, guys, let me know how I can help, okay?